the cooking. And if it's something that's got to be cut up or any of those kinds of things, then I'm the help to prepare. But the pots and pans that she needs, they're there for her. And but one particular thing that I like that she cooks is squash, summer squash. And she cooks it to the point of where it caramelizes, and it's the onions that she puts in it, and that's very good. She's an excellent cook, and she likes to cook. So I just make sure she has available whatever, and she now brings things with her, food stuff that she's going to prepare. All the meats to go into the vegetables and all that, she brings that with her when she comes, and her seasonings and all of that. So I give her the accolades for being a cook. My parents, both dad and mother, cooked. My dad both of them started cooking for their families at the age of 8 and 9. So that was their chore growing up, was cooking. So both of them were excellent cooks. My dad cooked breakfast every morning and Sunday dinner. And Sunday dinner before we went to Sunday school. Mother only had to cook during the week. But they both were very excellent cooks. And so I grew up around people and learned basics, but I don't profess to be the cook that people visit.
All right. Ms. Littleton?
Good morning,
Good morning.
Bonnie Conwell Littleton. And I had to say my name in that order because some of you probably know me by Bonnie Conwell, which is my maiden name. And Littleton's my married name, although I am a widow. I guess I have to confess, because I am the younger cook, excuse me, in my family. My mother tried to teach all of her girls, it was 4 of us, how to cook. I was the only one interested, and I was the only one who really learned. And I am an old-fashioned cook. I think Mr. Johnson picked up on that when I said those smoked pigtails. And I don't use recipes. I have my recipe in my head. And, you know, I'm that kind of cook that put a little bit of this and a little pinch of that. And you all have heard of old folks saying that. I cook mostly everything. But I'm going to tell you about 2 things that I cook. One of which, Mr. Breuer, you all remember Frank Breuer, found out through questioning all the ladies at the school where I was working one evening after school. He said, I have a taste for a butter roll. And I haven't had one since my mother died. And she's been dead for quite a while. And I want a butter roll so bad I can just taste it right now. He said, he picked around all of the lady teachers in the room. He said, Littleton, I bet you know how to cook that butter roll, don't you? All I could do was laugh. I told him yes. I said, I can cook you one. And I think it went on for about 5 years before he retired and got ill. Even after he got in the nursing home, he called and asked me to cook him a butter roll. And after a year or so, he started calling, telling me to fix his whole meal for him. And I would be so tickled when I got there. The ladies in the nursing home would want to take his food. But anyway, it's not really a secret to how to fix a butter roll. Yeah, everybody know that you're gonna roll it. But Sister Daughter say it's the ingredients that you put in it. And you have to use the real country butter. That's one of the keys.
What's real country butter? What is that?
Land of Lake. Land of the Lake. Okay, that's it. And yeah, the butter from the cow, that's right. Not the artificial, the imitation.
Not margarine.
It's the butter.
Butter.
Any of the butter that you can buy. has that ingredient in it. It's
So
a real butter.
let me ask y'all this. When you said butter from the cow,
Mhm.
so is it a big difference from like, y'all shake
Invitation.
your head already?
Different.
Yes, it's different.
100%.
We used to go out to
100%
Buster Robinson
butter.
and get butter, cause he would churn butter out there. Is it a big difference from that churned butter out there than Kroger butter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not butter, not butter is the issue versus margarine.
That's it, that's it.
And Land of Lake, that's why it's so expensive.
That's right.
So Land of Lake is
But
what
It's
you
an
wanna go for.
expensive
Yes,
butter.
yes.
It's
It-
expensive
So
butter.
that's real butter.
It makes
Yeah.
cakes good. Anything you make with butter and need butter, use Lake of Land.
Land of Lake.
Land
Oh,
of
okay.
Lake.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna reiterate this to everybody that came in specifically. This session, we still got minutes from this session, and some of these good cooks have shared with us, and some of these people have shared with us some of the secrets. We're talking about secrets, that we're gonna reveal some secrets, some things that we're gonna reveal today, this morning, about, things that we may know that other people may not know. And, are we learning something already?
Well, I have one more.
Oh, okay, Ms.
My
Dawson.
mother cooked tomato pie.
Oh, yes.
A tomato pie.
Tomato pie.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I cooked one while the store was open, and everybody said, "What's that?" I said, "It's a tomato pie." A tomato pie? I said, "Yes." So after I cooked that first tomato pie, I had called in orders for them. And you almost cook them like you do a blackberry pie.
Mhm.
They don't know how to cook their blackberry.
And it's delicious. It's delicious.
Okay, let me just stop right there. How many of y'all in here cook tomato pie, other than?
Never heard of a tomato pie.
I've heard of it, but I haven't.
I have.
I cooked them.
You
Butter
gotta,
rolls, any kind of pie
you gotta tell us that from the rooty to the tootie. What's the root of tomato pie?
Tomato.
Miss Kim,
Yes,
you know how to cook tomato?
I know how to cook it, but I never cooked it. My mother cooked it,
I cooked.
and she made called it tomato dumpling. And she didn't put no crust on it.
I put
She
crust
cooked
on it.
tomato, just like you gonna make a peach pie, and put the dumplings in there and flavor and everything. But she didn't put no crust on it,
Is it sweet?
and it's good.
Yes, yes, gotta put sugar
And I
in
cook
it.
it just like you cook a blackberry pie. I cook mine like I do a blackberry pie.
I've been here since
Crust and all.
1959, and I ain't had no tomato.
I'm
I
gonna
have not
fix you
had
one.
tomato pie.
I'm gonna fix you one. I'm gonna
It
fix
is
you one.
delicious.
I'm gonna fix you
You
one.
was on the wrong side of the track.
Miss Dory, say it one more time.
I am gonna fix you one.
Thank you so very much. At least I talked up on the tomato pie.
The other ingredients that goes into the butter roll that really make it tasty is the seasoning. You have to use sugar. As I said, real butter.
Okay.
My favorite flavor is lemon, so I use lemon flavor in mine.
Okay.
And it really gives it a great
Wow.
taste. Nutmeg and a little cinnamon.
Real lemon, please.
All right.
Cinnamon,
Miss
real lemon. That's right. Now,
Walking lemon.
that's right. That walking flavor.
Okay.
And you can find it at Walmart.
All right. Give Miss Kim.
I ordered mine out of the book called Walmart.
No, we recorded, so we got to put it in there. And if you don't want to be recorded, let me know.
No, I don't want to record.
Okay, I'll turn this way. Just say what you got to say. We here.
About the butter roll, I'm
Uh-huh.
the only somebody in my family besides my mother made the butter roll. And
Wow.
I always make them, still make them. But I use butter and sugar, cream that together, and I make up my dough. And I put it in there and roll it up. My flavor is nutmeg. Now that's what I put in mine. And put milk over it, put it in the oven, let it cook till it brown on top. They
But
love
Kim,
it.
I don't believe you. You gonna have to prove that.
We eat that.
Right, so, anybody else have a special secret that they wanna just break out and share? Let me just tell you, to help people 10 years, 20 years, and 30 years from now, know black folks' secrets, we got to share them.
Yes.
Some people leave here and we wish they could get back up and at least give us the recipe.
Mhm.
I got some nieces right now that my mom left recipes in a drawer. And she told them where her recipes were. I go to them now to get the same food that my mom used to cook because she left the recipes for them. And they cook it. So that's why I'm saying this is important. That's why this is so important. Anybody else got any recipes we want to share? Okay, we talked about several things. Recipes, health secrets, longevity secrets, and other things. But also, we don't recipe, but
Vinegar.
things.
I just wanted to say that, you can have a recipe and still not get the results that were intended.
That is so true.
And I say that because my Aunt Katie, you know, she made all the rolls in the cafeteria that you all know about, right?
Yes,
That
yes.
was so delicious.
Yes, indeed.
Well, supposedly, we have the recipe,
Uh,
but none of us have been able to put that recipe together
I say
and
amen.
make those rolls like she did.
Thank you.
And that's all I wanted to say. I don't know what it was, but you all know how well she made it.
Yes, yes.
We have not been able to
Master
duplicate
kid.
that.
duplicate.
I do. Give it to me.
And another thing, have you ever had any tomato gravy?
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
tomato
tomato
gravy.
gravy.
I bet I could beat you.
I don't think so.
Allie,
All
your
right.
Yes, sir, Ms. Williams.
I think there's one thing that this you alluded to it earlier when you said, old lady said when people came home to eat, she wanted them to enjoy themselves.
Uh-huh.
That's tender love and care.
All
Like
right.
a parent.
Put some love in
That
it.
makes a big difference. Because a lot of those mothers, grandmothers, they want to serve their family and no junk.
That's
They
right.
want it to taste right, want it to taste right. Because I think today a lot of commercial food we get people coming at the fair, it might have been fighting with the old man all the time. You know? Just put it together, throw it out there for us. I think that's one of the main secret ingredients that went into tender love and care.
Tender love and care. Put a little bit of that in there and it ought to do something. I'm gonna tell you, Miss Katie made some chicken salad one time. I've been working hard ever since then, trying to duplicate that chicken salad. I have not been able. I can taste it right now. I have not been able to duplicate that chicken salad. I sure want to. And I asked her, I said, Miss Katie, what did you put in that chicken salad? She said, chicken.
That's the main
So
ingredient.
that right there told me, I ain't gonna tell you everything else. She said chicken, just as nice, but it was something.
That's right.
That, and y'all know when you feed something, you just know it's something. And then you don't know what it is, but it's something, you want it and you just can't get it. Well, but that's what we're trying to reveal. All right, let me ask this other question, and we're gonna move on, to, we got older people in here, and y'all look good. I'm just saying, y'all look good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody say
Thank
thank
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be 72. Thank you.
All right, so I just want to, if y'all don't mind, everybody in here over 70, over 70, just raise your hand. Everybody over 70. All right, while you got your hand up, everybody that's over 75, keep your hand up. All right, everybody that's, everybody that's 80 and up, keep your hand up. Look at that. Y'all, first of all, y'all give them a hand.
Praise the Lord.
All right, come on, put your hand down. Everybody that's 85 and up, put your hand up.
85 and up.
85 and up, above 85.
Praise the
Mr.
Lord.
Jingles.
We got 2 people. 90. 90. We still got 2 people.
All right.
91. 92.
Oh,
We got a 92, 92, here we get a 93, 93, 93, 93, 94, 94, 94, 94. Then we get to 95, 95, 95,
96.
96, y'all give up, man. One secret is St. Gabriel. I don't know what it is, but it's something about St. Gabriel that make y'all look good.
All right.
So that's beautiful, and thank y'all for being here. If it was something that people, let me just ask this then. If it's something that people don't do now, you don't see them doing now, but they did way back there, that we need to institute again as far as food, longevity, feeling good, health, and all that. Can y'all give us some type of idea of what that could be?
8 hours sleep.
Okay, that's good. You say 8 hours of sleep.
No drinking, and no smoking.
That's right.
My grandmother used to drink a little
The taste of wine.
wine.
All right, so hold on. All right, so we had one person say no drinking and no smoking.
No smoking.
And then some people say just a little wine.
Every night before you go to bed, there was a doctor told me that.
Uh-huh.
And it'll make you rest and it will eliminate some of your germs in your body and
Uh-huh.
everything.
What's that?
The wine.
The wine.
What
Having
kind
a
of wine?
glass of wine every day.
He didn't say what kind. He just said drink you a little bit every night.
Just real wine every night.
That's right.
Mhm.
Get
Red
you a
wine?
shot.
Yeah.
How many of y'all agree with that red wine? Let me see the hands, everybody. So a little red wine every day, okay? All right, that make you feel good too, though.
That's great wine. I could drink a half a glass of wine every day, but he didn't say it at night.
Okay, so every day.
It's good to help your heart.
It helps your heart and
Circulation.
all right. Okay, all right. Any other secrets that we might need to know about? Okay, so we hear wine. Exercise.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Miss McKnight, tell us about what you think would be a good regimen for us.
Walking at least 10,000 steps a day.
10,000 steps a day, and now you can count your steps.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can put the little things on, and it'll tell you how many steps that you made.
And you can put it on your phone also.
And put it, that's right, put it on your phone. Yeah, that's good. All right,
I have one.
all right.
I think we need to love more, care more, share more, and pray more. That's what we're missing.
Love more, care more, share more,
and pray more.
pray more. So,
We had that and it worked.
all right.
And the older people back in the day did that. Even when one got sick,
Yes.
they would go and visit that person that's sick and take them
So
something.
doing for other people,
Yes.
because that's what our call is anyway, to do for other people.
That's
All
right.
right? Miss Kim, I'm sorry.
And
let me
it's
pull you.
according to the food we eat. And we need to cut down on our salt.
All right, pull out some of that sodium.
Right.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Bag off some of that sodium.
And the pork,
And the pork.
No.
The salt on the pork is the problem.
the salt.
Not the pork so much, but the salt on the pork.
So you're saying the sodium on the pork
Mhm.
is more of a problem
Mhm.
than
Than
the pork itself.
Cause most black people back in the days, like these ladies
That's
got
all.
on, they didn't eat no steak. We ate pork.
That's true.
That's right.
We ate pork, but you know,
you fix it.
it's how you fix it.
So we have some of the highest instances of high blood pressure
Yeah.
Yes.
in the Mississippi Delta than anywhere
Because of the
else.
sodium.
So are you saying that that could be a contributor?
The
The
salt.
salt.
So we just need to bag off the salt?
Yeah.
There's a lot of process.
There you go, right there.
That's the thing.
Processed food.
Processed
But no, that liver cheese, come on, man.
Processed food.
They can kill you. They can kill
Only
you.
liver cheese crackers,
Yes.
You know real cheese is salty.
Mhm.
I like it, but it's
Salty.
salty and I don't eat it.
Saltines got salt.
so that's
I
contributing.
buy the
to
unsalted.
Ritz crackers
I buy
have salt.
unsalted.
Yes,
Crackers,
yes.
all salt.
All the.
I buy unsalted.
I see Miss Bridges is here now.
I use
Look, y'all know what
unsalted
Miss
crackers.
Bridges is famous for.
Mm-hmm.
And she quiet. And I'm gonna put her on the spot. I'm gonna put her
TK.
on the spot. I'm gonna see if Miss Bridges would kind of spill some of her secrets If she wants, Miss Green, you want to spill some of your secrets? You see that secret? To her, it's not a secret. Anybody can make tea cake.
No. Anybody can't make it.
Right, I don't have a secret. It's butter, sugar, flour, milk, and eggs.
Butter, sugar, flour, milk, and eggs.
That's right.
And that's it.
That's it.
And that make a good tea cake. What kind of flavor?
We use several different flavors, lemon, vanilla,
Just different flavor.
and butter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Lots of love.
Mary, what you say back there?
And nothing.
Put lots of love in it, that's
Lots of love, Mary and Miss
And
Rilla
my
are tea
mother
cake.
used ginger in her tea cakes.
Ginger
We use
in the tea cake.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so we got the tea cakes, and now we know we need to pull off the salt so that we don't be feeling good. And then, Daddy, you 90 years old.
Yeah.
What would you say that you could tell us as you look back, and maybe we need to have advice on so that we can get 90 years old too?
Eat 2 or 3 meals all through the Yeah. I'm gonna get some all through
You know, I guess one of the important things for me, I found out earlier, is that don't worry about a lot of things that you can't do anything about.
That's right.
You know, sometimes we find out that we get angry about something that somebody did to us and stay angry. You know, let it go. Let it go. Because a lot of times if you realize that what they did, it ain't nothing that important anyway. So just forget about it and go ahead and it's better to love the person and just go ahead and live a good life and don't worry about it. You know, but one of the things I was thinking about when I was a little boy, the things that we did to entertain ourselves. You know, kids don't have that opportunity anymore to make things to entertain themselves. They buy their toys already made with batteries in it that run around and do everything for them. And the little cell phones, they get them when they, first born. But I just think about, the process that if we had to go through in order to entertain ourselves. And we make little wheels and put in a stick and take a tin pan top, put around it and push it down the road, take tires that come off the old road.
Make your own telephone.
We take
You put dirt in your tire?
Huh?
You put dirt in your tire?
Dirt?
Yeah. Make it dirt.
Inside there.
In the tire.
If you wanted to, you could do a whole lot of things with them, but the thing about it is take it and pat it down the road with the back of your hand and just run it down. Yeah, just run. And take the little wheels off the wagon wheel, little wheels that hold it together, and take a little stick, put a little tin pan top, bend it, and push it down the road. I mean, those kind of things. Zuzus, where you take a string and put on a little piece of wood, make it thin, kind of cut it thin, and then turn it over and make noise. I mean, those kinds of things I think about that kids don't have the opportunity to even know what they are. But it would be nice to make those things and at least show some of the things that we had to go through in order for them to get where they are.
Wow, that's good. Let me just share with y'all, and then we're gonna take a break.
Okay, I just want to give one story. It's not something we can do today, but I wanted to bring something that, my grandmother, my mother's mother, was, she was kind of like I would call a healer, in the sense of there were people who would go to other people with illnesses and they had little, things that they could do. And, home remedies, but she was not only doing it for her family, but she had her little basket of herbs and different whatever, and she would go and visit other people. My mother told this story about my oldest brother when he was a baby. He had worms, and she said he had gotten so sick that his eyes had sunken in, and she thought, they thought they were going to lose him. This was their firstborn child. And her mother took a gunshot shell and poured the powder out, divided it into 6 servings, and added kerosene to it. And gave him
Cola and sugar.
those doses, 6 doses. And after he had those 6 doses, he started to pass the worms. And that's how they cured him. But she was afraid he was dying. And so the grandmother, that's one of the remedies that she taught me about, that you said what we could use today.
Yeah.
Not necessarily today,
No.
but the point being that there were many remedies. How many of you remember the lemon juice with soda in it? You had certain things and it fizzed up, and then you drank it, especially for respiratory problems. You had different kinds of things that you did before we came up with Creole mushroom. Corn silk tea was one of the remedies that was used. Hog hoof tea, which wasn't very good, but it was used for colds, different respiratory illnesses. So we all grew up with different kinds of things. I can remember one putting kerosene on sugar and a teaspoon and taking it. It was something whooping cough, some respiratory problem. But we grew up with those kinds of remedies, and they
Did y'all
worked.
ever eat Vicks ass?
Yeah.
I know another one for the worms, turpentine.
Okay.
You take it and you just put it around your navel 3 times a day, turpentine.
I remember that.
And some of you
Castor
probably heard
oil
of the
on your
word
baby spot.
aspidity.
That's
Yes.
That one was good too, for home remedy. And for stomach ache, a little baking soda, and you drink it, and it was good for stomach ache.
That's right. But don't take it with watermelon.
Don't
That was
What if you take